Let's go to war!
Hi and welcome to the wargaming-addict.com's review of Nuts by 2 Hour Wargames. Now here we're talking about second edition Nuts, which is the green cover, not the first edition version of Nuts, which is this cover. So second edition rulebook, which has many of the updates that have gone into the core 2 Hour Wargames system. There is currently a rumour that there is going to be a third edition because some of the core rules have evolved and this edition may get an update. When? As yet, nobody knows. However, if you download the free Chain Reaction 3, you can update Nuts using the latest rules. It all plugs together excellently, which is a great thing about 2 Hour Wargame systems. So what do you get in the book? Nice big chunky table of contents. There's rules here for infantry and armour. What you won't find in the book is airstrikes, artillery, and you won't find detailed rules on terrain and all that kind of stuff. However, there is plenty of detail for your infantry and armour combat. That's all well covered. The core part of the system is characters. You create a star character. He has a squad that he leads into battle, and those squad go through campaigns. They get better as they go, going from weak soldiers into giant super soldiers. There's a lot of support for the Nuts system, a lot of supplements out there for it. Everything from Japan, Stalingrad, D-Day parachute drops, all the way up to Weird War. So if you want to add in a few Nazi zombies, yes, I know that sounds really weird, but you can do it. Nuts covers, out of the box, the late war. So if you want to play with Tiger tanks, this game has you covered. However, if you want to play with Panzer IIs, you're going to have to come out with some house rules. American, British, German and Russian army lists are all in here in the basic rulebook. How does the system work? Nice and simple, easy to use. It's all about die sixes. Reputation is the core mechanic, but what really makes Nuts stand out from other World War II war games is the reaction system. This is not a case of I go, you go, so that I move first, do all my shooting, and you got nothing left on the table and you can't shoot back. This is about reacting to the other opponent's moves. You never know what's going to happen. You cannot plan too far ahead, and the game accepts real-world tactics, which is fantastic. Now, the other great thing about Nuts is that it can be played solo or co-op against an enemy that is purely driven by dice rolls. There are specific tactics that troops will follow, and it depends on the quality of their leaders as to how they react to you. You get a little bit of unknown troops who represent the enemy, and then as they move into line of sight, you determine what it is and fight a battle. You'll have a mission, and again, this works really well. It adds a level of uncertainty, and you can play the same scenario 20 times, and each time will be completely unique. The other great thing I really like about Nuts is that it really does drive a story. You find that you get quite attached to your squad, and you see them progress and grow, and it really lends itself well to creating backstories to your campaign. You feel like you're playing a campaign rather than just looking at the numbers. How much does it cost? A PDF download is $18. If you want the print book, it's $20, obviously plus postage then. But for $18, you can check out, have it in your mailbox within a few minutes, and begin reading. It's a 92-page PDF, which means there's plenty packed in there. Do I recommend this game? If you're a beginner looking for a war game, yes, it may take you a few games to play through. Once you've got the core mechanics down, it's really easy to play. You won't be looking at the charts and tables very often. Even better, you'll be able to play just about every other 2-hour war game system, and you'll know the rules, because the core mechanics are essentially the same all the way through. Is it worth the money? Absolutely. The amount of fun that you can have with this game is brilliant, and it accepts whether you're using 10mm figures, 20mm figures, or 28mm figures. Nuts will handle it perfectly well. It also plays really great on small tables because it's a skirmish game, or large tables. So if you're a wargamer with some space constraints, Nuts will still fit the bill for you. I'm going to be showing in some later videos how to create a squad and how to play the game. So stay tuned for those two. In the meantime, my recommendation, get your hands on Nuts. This is the Wargaming Addict, signing off.